Welcome to Franchise Marketing Radio, brought to you by SeoSamba. Comprehensive high-performing marketing solutions for mature and emerging franchise brands. To supercharge your franchise marketing, go to SeoSamba.com. That's SeoSamba.com.
Lee Cantor here, another episode of Franchise Marketing Radio, and this is going to be a good one. Today I have with me Anthony Perera with AirPros USA. Welcome, Anthony.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Happy to be here.
Well, before we get too far into things, tell us about AirPros. How are you serving folks?
So AirPros, we are an HVAC, a home service company based in South Florida with 12 office locations across the U.S. We run roughly 250 trucks, about 275, 300 employees now, and we love what we do.
Now, when you started the business, was your eye always on franchising?
Yeah, franchising is a big part of what we're working on right now. And initially, we wanted to perfect the sales process model and kind of the operational model before we started franchising it. So that's kind of what we've done, and then we're excited to kind of start franchising the brand now.
Now, what does the ideal franchisee look like for you guys?
The good thing about what we've built, Lee, is that we have the ability to really kind of take anybody, any walk of life, and kind of show them the business. I mean, I'm not an HVAC guy, and I kind of tell the story all the time. Like I'm a marketing guy who happens to sell HVAC equipment. The ideal candidate, if you have some HVAC experience or construction experience or any kind of service experience, it would be great. It's not required. We can kind of teach you everything. Maybe obviously having some business acumen, knows how to manage people is kind of what we're looking for.
And then, so you started the business in South Florida, and then it just organically grew from there?
Yeah. So we started the business in 2007. I've been in business all my life. My first company was a publishing firm when I was 19. We started a magazine called Mud Life. From there, I sold that company to a big publishing firm a few years later. We were about 16,000 stores around the U.S. when I sold. I went to the bar restaurant business, scaled that business to 7 or 8 locations across the country. And my father was my construction manager, and he asked if I were to help open an HVAC company about 2.5 years ago. And I said, sure, why not? I didn't know the first thing about it. And we did, and that's where we're at. So we started in South Florida. Today we operate out of Colorado, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, and in Spokane, Washington.
And then has that growth just been kind of random people finding you or being familiar with you in Florida and saying, hey, half the year I live here in Wisconsin, so can I open one there? Like how did the growth kind of scatter like it has?
Yeah, so we kind of really we haven't. So we're starting to franchise now. The growth we've experienced thus far has kind of all been organic company-owned growth and perfecting it in different regions. It's important to us to make sure we can perfect the model in different kind of climate solutions, right? Because in Colorado or in Washington versus Texas versus South Florida have all different scenarios, and our goal is to perfect the business model. So now as we're getting into franchising, we have that experience in various climate zones, as I like to call them.
And then, so now you're actively putting bodies on trying to get more franchisees?
Yeah. So we're actually working on finalizing all the stuff to onboard franchisees and start selling franchises.
And then, like you said, that they don't have to be in the HVAC business, but if they have some kind of people skills and some sales skills, that's helpful. When a person starts this and they don't have those skills, what are some of the things you're going to be able to teach them?
Yeah, so we have a really, really built out sales and training process and model. Obviously, there's time spent on site at corporate location, but again, we've kind of turnkeyed this to a point where, as you said, the HVAC air conditioning experience isn't a requirement to be successful. It's just having the drive. Having some business acumen, and then obviously, understanding people and being able to manage people. The great thing about what we do is that in our model, we've kind of perfected the year-round, steady, consistent business model, which in our space is what people fight the most, right? Consistency around. And so we've proven how to do it. And that's why we're, looking forward to selling it as franchising.
And then when they're starting out, you have a system like to help them get customers, like it's a turnkey system from that standpoint?
100%. We've mastered the marketing piece of this business. And as I kind of started the conversation with, I'm a marketing guy that happens to be selling HVAC equipment, right? So that's the exciting part of it.
And then what are some of the channels you use to help them kind of get up and running right when they start? Is it all digital, or is it a combination of digital and then kind of maybe mailing?
Yeah, so a lot of our marketing strategies are digital based. I mean, we're a demand based business, right? So we got to create the demand and kind of and make sure we're on top of the search. So the cool thing about our marketing campaign is it's almost instant. I use that word lightly, and nothing is ever instant, but it's relatively quick, right? So we can implement our strategies relatively quickly and get the phone to ring relatively quickly and get opportunities on the board and start running calls.
Now, your initial franchisees, are you looking for individual people that just want one kind of location, or are you looking for some empire builders that want maybe kind of multiple locations around their area?
Yeah, I think both. Like, we love the multi unit operators. The business model, again, is very scalable. So it's simple to manage, simple to run. So we're looking for both. I think more so looking for, people who are looking to build themselves an empire and who are aggressive and want to build a good business.
And when you got into this, like you said, you kind of accidentally got involved in this. What's your ultimate vision for AirPros? Is this something you want to scale and make nationwide and then jump onto the next project? Or is this something that this is kind of be your legacy?
This is kind of my legacy. I think we've built what we are building is special. And I think we're looking for partners who want to be involved and kind of help build it. And, our goal is to have it AirPros within an hour of every major city across the U.S.
And then when a client uses AirPros in their home, like what's that experience like for them? We've kind of mastered the whole customer journey from the moment they come on board as a client and they find us on the internet. We build the demand form. We have the customer journey kind of mapped out really well for the franchisees. From a customer perspective, they're constantly in communication with us. Keeping on top of them, keeping them as a customer for life and giving them the ultimate experience. When we built the concierge team, we kind of handhold the customer journey from start to finish. So that's part of our business model and why we've been so successful. So it's a situation where they might initially kind of call you up because they have a pressing need to triage some kind of emergency, but eventually you want to move them into like kind of a membership or some subscription where they get ongoing service and support.
For sure. You want to keep them a customer forever. I mean, whether it be honestly, when they're calling you the first time they need you, but your objective as a business owner is to stay top of mind 24/7. So if they do have a problem, or if they don't have a problem, they're still thinking about AirPros. And when they think AC, you want them to think AirPros.
Now, on your roadmap, is there any kind of partnering with other home services companies that also are trying to get that homeowner as the customer?
For sure. I mean, that's part of our bigger vision. I think, other brands and other concepts in the home service space may be part of our family of companies in the future. So I think that's definitely a possibility.
Now, for you, what's the most rewarding part of the job since inception? Like, is it getting a new location going? Is it a happy customer? What kind of gets you fired up?
Yeah, I mean, listen, obviously growth is rewarding for me, but I think more importantly is happy customers. I mean, that's kind of our business mantra, right? Our customers are our business. So you're getting that 5-star review and building that reputation, and reputation management is what's most exciting for me and from my perspective.
So now, have you learned anything about maybe the advice you can give other franchisors in terms of attracting the appropriate franchisee?
Yeah, I mean, listen, take your time, be patient. Obviously, make sure it's a good fit. Make sure you got a franchisee who's going to be aggressive, wants to build the brand with you, and find the right partner. That's what's kind of this process so far has taught me, and always be looking. It's that partner is representing you and your brand and to the public, and And so you got to make sure that they're a right fit and that they're going to want to kind of, I guess, emulate your ethos and your core values of your company.
Now, is there any, how difficult was it to kind of develop that persona of the ideal franchisee for you guys?
I don't say it was too difficult. I mean, I think we've built it so many times in our core management staff for our core business, it was easy to identify when a person has that skill set or that trait you're looking for. So it wasn't super challenging for us. And I think, as we grow the business, there's a lot of people out there who have those traits, and just identifying who they are and how you can help them achieve the goals they want to achieve.
Now, are you using the same digital marketing skills you use to help the individual franchisee in their local community attract their customers? Are you using that to attract your ideal franchisee?
Yeah, I mean, from a customer attraction perspective, it's a little different than attracting a franchisee. When we're attracting a franchisee, we're looking for someone, again, who has those certain traits and the kind of the same traits we've built in our team members. From a customer perspective, we're looking at following the same kind of marketing guidelines we built for our business and implementing them across our franchisees' business. And again, it's really a kind of a turnkey solution. So we're really excited about that. And that's really what sets us apart as a franchisee, is being able to kind of instantly turn on marketing and get it working immediately.
And if somebody wanted to learn more, is there a website for potential franchisees?
For sure. Right now, you can go to airprosusa.com and check it out. And we'd love to get in contact with you and kind of share our business with you. And hopefully you're a good fit for us, and vice versa.
Well, Anthony, thank you so much for sharing your story, and congratulations on all the success.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having us. I look forward to hopefully coming back again soon.
All right. This is Lee Cantor. We will see you all next time on Franchise Marketing Radio.